Welcome to the Bracket Factory and welcome to the latest instalment of the big American La France V12 special project. Now, if you've been following this project, you'll know that the big old girl keeps on throwing a few curveballs at me. I keep on fixing things and thinking I'm getting close to starting, and then I find something else. Now, I can't begrudge the old girl really, because she is 75 years old. But after a while, it does start to grind you down just a teeny weeny bit, especially if it's starting to get cold and dark in the garage. So I've decided to take a day out doing some research. So today is the Bracket Factory day out to Brooklands. Now, if you're watching this, you've probably heard of Brooklands and you know how fantastic Brooklands is. But if you've not heard of Brooklands, then you're in for a massive treat because it's fantastic. I offered Nat to come, but she declined. I don't know why. So today I'm flying solo. I've not actually been to Brooklands for a few years now, which is a shame really, because I only live about an hour away. But it's because I spend all my time in the flipping workshop, don't I? I'm mucking around with manky old engines, but it's good to get out once in a while, have a break, have a change. So I'm really looking forward to today. Here we are. Gotta confess, I'm struggling to hide my excitement here. Right, this is what we're talking about. Everything is just so massive. This one is particularly cool. It's the Magneto. This one happens to be 8 litres. I'm hoping I can make mine a bit smaller than this. So this is a 4-litre 6-cylinder running 3 SUs. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Does that look familiar? As you can probably imagine, I am now in heaven. Now that is a bomb quarry. Remind you of anything? Always wondered how those work. This is quite something. It's a Wellington bomber that was found intact at the bottom of Loch Ness. Incredible. What is amazing is that it was landed on Loch Ness and actually floated for about 20 minutes while the pilot rowed away before it sank. You can't come to Brooklands without going to have a look at the banked track. Here it is, check out how steep it is. Can you imagine coming around here at 130 miles an hour? You have to wear your brave underpants on that day, wouldn't you? It's crazy, absolutely crazy. So we're outside and we're at the famous test hill, which is a hill for testing. And it starts off at a 1 in 8 gradient, and as you go up, it kind of kicks up. Let's walk up, shall we? So it kicks up to 1 in 5, and then keep on going. I think it gets steeper up here. Kicks up to 1 in 4, and then you are launched into orbit as you go over the top. Quite good to bring my car here when I built it, wouldn't it? Hawker Hurricane. Quite like those exhausts. So what plane is this?
This is the Harrier.
Harrier jump jet.
Jump jet, yeah.
Okay, stand on the.
Stand on there.
Yeah.
Both feet on the centre of the seat. You put one hand on the side here.
Oh dear. So there's quite a few instruments to keep an eye on in here, aren't there?
It's not as complicated as you think. Certain ones you only use before takeoff, you never use them again.
Right,
so
I see.
Before takeoff, like high direct pressures, you'll never look at them again unless you get a warning light saying high direct
Right,
pressures.
I see.
So narrows down the number you actually do use is quite small then.
And this is all presumably 50s and 60s technology, is it?
60s, yeah. I mean, this plane, actual plane first flew in 1971.
Right, okay. So are there any computers in this plane? Nothing. It's all electric and mechanical. Wow. And this, presumably between my legs, is my ejection seat. And is it got an explosive charge in the canopy?
That's the exact pattern there. It's called NBC, mentioned detonating called. That's
right.
Explosive, so that shatters the canopy.
Just in time?
Well, that's one of the first things that happens. It's all right
yeah.
press there.
Right, okay.
That shatters. Explosive bolts in the seat, they fire off. There's
Yeah.
compressed nitrogen and compressed spring, which moves the seat up back at an angle.
Right.
As it goes up, some rockets underneath, they fold down. There's this
Rockets, yeah.
Then they fire off. And then so you don't leave your legs behind, you have these straps below your knee,
Right.
which gets to the floor. So as you go up, it pulls your legs back.
Okay, so when I would sit in here as a pilot, I would be strapped into this seat as well. Okay, right.
And you're out in under a second.
Wow.
2.5 seconds you're hanging from a parachute.
And is that something that you would practice in training to eject?
You don't do a real ejection unless you really have to. And you always do in training, you do have the ejection seats in front of the rules.
Yeah, yeah.
You can actually show the instructors you've got the right posture, head back, hands down to your legs.
Yeah.
It does go up about that far.
Right, okay.
But it's just to give you an idea what it's like.
Fantastic. Wow. And I can see it is quite compact, isn't it? I mean, if you were like 6'8", would you be too tall to be a pilot? Yeah. Okay. Good job I'm not then, isn't it? Fantastic. Well, I'll take it. Okay. So back in the workshop now after a day out, and I thoroughly enjoyed that, I have to admit, and I hope you did too. I think my favourite car was probably the Delage. It's quite a sweet little thing, although if I'm going to build something like it, it will have to be considerably bigger, of course. I like the back end of the Railton. That was gorgeous. I like the twin seat arrangement of the Leyland Thomas. What else did I like? Oh, I like the SU carb arrangement of the Clincard Special. It had 3 on a 4-litre engine, so I'd have 6 on an 8-litre engine, of course. So I think that might work quite well. What else did I like? Oh, I like the exhausts of the Spitfire, of course. Who wouldn't? So it's all quite inspirational, but of course, back to the job in hand, and that is to sort out the big old girl. So I'll give you a clue what I'm up to. That's what I'm up to. But if you want to see how all that pans out, better tune in next time. So hit like if you like it, hit subscribe if you're not subscribed, and thanks for watching.